Hello, my name is Sherilyn Fisher. And first, I want to thank the University of Houston Teacher Certificate Program for allowing me to apply. I'm pursuing a teacher certificate in the EC6 Teacher Certificate Program. Now, although this certification would allow me to teach all the way to the sixth grade, my passion is pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade. The reason why I picked this age group and this content is because children learn when they play. If you can teach a lesson for about 15 minutes, well, that's about as long as they can focus. Teach a lesson for about 15 minutes and then make a fun and creative activity or something that they can do while playing and doing this activity, they will learn. Now, I'm not saying that the sixth grader cannot learn from that, but you can't get on the floor and push some cards with a sixth grader. What you have to do is you can still do the same thing, but you just have to do it a different way. What you need to do is make a fifth grader and a sixth grader think critically. Give them a project to do on their own, with as much support or scaffolding as they need, and let them figure it out on their own. Let them do discovery and research and figure it out on their own, but be there to support them when they need it. That is how they will learn also. An effective teacher is someone who's inspiring, engaging, and can keep the child's attention to make the lessons fun and innovating and fun and creative. And you also have to be a good communicator. Now, good communicator means that it's in your body language, that the child can see that you're interested because of your body language, your tone, your reflection in your voice. But it works two ways. Not only do you have to be a good communicator with them, you have to be a good listener. Being a good listener is also part of being a good communicator. When you communicate with a child, you need to let them know that you're interested in what they're saying. Ask questions, keep them engaged in the conversation, and that way they will know that you're really, really interested in what they have to say. The biggest challenge that I have in because I'm teaching now as a permanent substitute teacher in a pre-K class, and the biggest challenge I have is when the educational programs change, and also when the administrative responsibilities. Let's take this for instance. Last term I put in all my grades and all my comments for the parents. When I got ready to do it this term, the whole procedure and process has changed, which I had to teach myself all over again. It was challenging, but doable. Did I do it? Yes, I did. Did I turn it in on time? Yes, I did. Was it frustrating? Of course it was. But those are the things that you have to get through. And they're challenging, but you have to do them. So you have to do what you have to do to get the job done. How I would support all students. Well, the first thing I would do is you can't just support a child academically. You have to support them developmentally, socially. You have to know what the child is going through, what the child likes to do, what their home life is like. You need to speak with their parents. You need to speak with their past teacher, counselors, anybody that has anything to do with the child. You need to speak with them so you can get the big picture about the child. But I think the best way to learn about a child is talk to the child. Just sit down and have a conversation with the child. Well, what do you like to do? And what are you interested in? And what do you want? What do you want to know? And what do you want to do? And what do you want to learn? Those type of questions where they can give you an open-ended answer. That is the best way to get to know a child, I think, because you have to teach the entire child. And if you don't know everything about the child, then it's very, very impossible for you to do that. What I will bring to the table as a teacher? Oh, that's easy. I owned a daycare center for 15 years, a daycare center in a school for 15 years. My school went from 6 weeks to third grade. You could always find me. I was very, very hands-on. So you could always find me in one of the classrooms on the floor shooting marbles with the boys, playing cards or playing hopscotch, playing with the dolls. And I loved the centers. The centers were my favorite place to be. But I also learned from my teachers. When my teachers turned in lesson plans, I would always ask them, well, what do you hope to teach with this lesson plan? And what do you hope the child is going to get from that? And what is your end accomplishment with this lesson plan? And I would always take a part of their lesson plan, and I would take it home for a couple of nights, and I would study it. And then I would come back and I would tell the teacher, let me teach this. And you assess me. Instead of me assessing you this time, you assess me. And I would teach the lesson to the class. And then I would go back and have a one-on-one with the teacher and says, well, what did I do right? And what did I do wrong? And how could I have done it better? And how would you have done it better? What do you think I need to change? And those questions helped me learn from my teachers. I was always learning from my teachers. And what I plan to bring to the table when I start teaching is all of those lessons that my teachers taught me. You're never too old to learn, no matter what your position was. Yes, I owned the daycare center. Yes, my name was on the bottom of their paychecks, but I was still able to learn from each and every one of them. And that's how you make a team. We were a team. My teaching philosophy is really, really easy. My teaching philosophy is I want to make kids want to learn, to have a passion for learning, that every time they learn something new, it's like light bulbs going off, and they want to learn, they want to be interactive, they want to explore, they want to learn more, that the more they learn, the more they want to learn. You know, all through this session, and since I've been going through this process, people have been asking me, has there ever been a teacher in my education that inspired me? And there's been several. Elementary school, high school, through my bachelor's program and my master's program. There's been teachers and professors who've inspired me. My goal is when you ask one of my students, what teacher inspired you, I want them to say Sherilyn Fisher. Again, thank you for this opportunity to apply to the University of Houston Teacher Certification Program, and I really, really hope that you find me as an eligible candidate. Thank you for your time, and have a good day.